Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new episode of Food Stories. For this new episode, we're going to talk about Spain and the Basque Country on top of Europe. So, why Spain and the Basque Country on top of Europe? As you may have noticed, for the past Euro 2024, which was played in Germany, Spain had a big contingent of Basque players in his squad. Think it's one of the very few times where we could see the most represented players for the Spain squad wasn't players from FC Barcelona or players from Real Madrid club football, but instead the most represented players from the for the Spain squad were players from the Basque countries, and we will see also why how those Basque players played a big part in the in Spain victory in the tournament. So we had the goalkeeper, the backup goalkeeper Alex Remiro, Ruben Lenormand, Mikel Oyarzabal, Mikel Merino, and Martin Zubin-Mendy, who all played for Real Sociedad, which is of five players. And for Athletic Club Bilbao, we had Unai Simon, the starting goalkeeper, Nico Williams, and Daniel Vivian, which is three players. So in total, it's eight players coming from the Basque country. In comparison, the two most successful Spanish clubs, FC Barcelona and Real Madrid, had nine players combined. So for four players for FC Barcelona with Firmin Lopez, Lamine Yamal, Pedri, and Ferran Torres. For Real Madrid, we only had three players with Dani Carvajal, Nacho Fernandez, and Rosemi. So it's as we have witnessed for the previous editions, the previous tournaments where Spain were victorious. They didn't have most of the players who composed the squad were players from either FC Barcelona or Real Madrid. But for this past Euro that was played in Germany, it was one of the very few times where the Spain success mostly came from players from clubs different than Madrid or Barcelona, which in this case were players from the Basque countries. So we had eight Basque players out of 26, and with Real Sociedad being the most represented of clubs. Only Barcelona came second to Sociedad with four players, followed by Athletic Club Bilbao with and Real Madrid with three players each. So we had after the bigger contingent of players from Real Sociedad, five players exactly, came in second position, FC Barcelona, for with of four players. Then we had Athletic Club and Real Madrid with three players each. Nico Williams scored two goals from Athletic Club. Mikel Merino and Mikel Oyarzabal from Real Sociedad both scored each in the quarter final against Germany and in the final against England. So here we could see like the big part played by Basque players in the tournament. Both goals in the final against England were scored by players from the Basque clubs. Nico Williams, who scored the first goal, who is from Athletic Club, and Mikel Oyarzabal, who scored the winning goal, who is from Real Sociedad. And as you may see on the screen, it was the highest number of selected players from the Basque country with Spain. So throughout the history of its selection of players, Spain had never selected so many players coming from the Basque country. It was the very first time that Spain did with eight players. and it was a higher number than those of the 1982 World Cup were selected with Spain, where there were 7 players out of 22. So in that during that time in the 1982 World Cup, which was played in Mexico, Spain selected which was played in Spain. Sorry, which was played in at home in Spain. They selected 7 players out of 22. 7 players coming from the Basque country out of 22 players. So what are your thoughts? Do you think that Spain in the coming years will select more players coming from the Basque country, or do you think this number will decrease? It might not be the same because, as you all know, there are transfer between clubs, and as of right now, which is in September 2024, some players have left the clubs, like Mikel Merino, who left Real Sociedad and signed for Arsenal. And do you think in the future Spain will select again more players? Spain will keep relying on players from Basque clubs, or do you think it might change a little bit? So thank you again for connecting with us. Do not forget to like the video, leave us a comment if there is something that we forgot to mention. If you have more, uh, again, and thank you, and see you for the next episode. Peace and love.